Getting into the digital world. I've been joined by some very interested and intelligent young men. But basically, SlimFile is more than just a file compression tool. It's a powerful Ghanaian success story born from pure vision and grit. Tells you that a lot of determination has gone into this. It all started with these founders who have joined me, so we're going to get into it, learn about compression, conversion, as long as the algorithms come into play here, and how it all began. So we'll get into the details of this conversation. You're so much welcome. And I have with me my immediate left, Isaac Abeka, is the CEO and founder, SlimFile. And next to him, we have Joel Eli Chawagbe, and he is the marketing head. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Hope you're good.
Yes, please.
Wonderful. So we'll move straight into the conversation. Let's begin by what SlimFile really is and what problem it solves. Isaac.
Traditionally, file sizes are very big and they take much time when you are trying to send them across. Transmission from one end to another and all that. SlimFile is basically a file compression platform and also a conversion platform, which aids file compression, being able to reduce file sizes up to 95% reduction without losing quality. And it supports images, PDFs, and Microsoft Suites. So basically, SlimFile has two products, or has two main features. That's the compression side and the conversion side. With the conversion side has its compression ratio up to an average of 95%.
The issue of conversion and compression is a major challenge in the digital world.
Yes.
People go through a lot of stress on that. It was good this is up, but there are other tools as well. So we'd like to know what makes SlimFile different from other file compression and conversion tools.
Looking at that, we mainly talk about two aspects of it, and these two aspects are very, very sensitive when it comes to privacy. These traditional tools that already exist have the user's files stored on their server. So imagine maybe there's some kind of sensitive information that needs to be compressed in order to be transmitted. Then if you're using these traditional ones, you would actually risk putting them on their server. But with SlimFile, it is stateless.
Wow.
Stateless, I mean, the compression happens within your browser. It just bounces back on our backend and then it sends you the compressed version without we restoring it on our server. And then also talking of speed, SlimFile is also there for that. But our main value proposition is SlimFile doesn't store user files. It's stateless compression.
Okay. Stateless?
Yes.
Okay, that's your hallmark,
yes,
as it were. So who are you targeting? Who's SlimFile designed for?
Yeah. SlimFile is actually for everyone because day to day file sizes are increasing, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence and all that. Images and files that are actually generated by these artificial intelligence models are very huge, sometimes even the ones that we take with our phones and stuff. So SlimFile is designed for students, for individuals, for corporate organizations, for universities. SlimFile is actually for everyone.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Everybody's on board. Everybody can take advantage of it. And I'll move over to Joel right now,
yes, please.
The marketing head. Joel, why did you add file conversion to SlimFile? Because people have always, looked at the compression aspect of it.
Yeah, so mostly people deal with different type of files. So just take it for instance, you have a file in a PDF file, which you need to convert it to a Word file. But you have just the compression tool without having a conversion aspect of it, converting that file, which is the PDF file, to a Word file. So we brought up the idea of adding the conversion aspect of SlimFile, which is a product where users can easily convert their files to any type of file format they want, so that you can use it. Okay. So that's the main idea for the conversion aspect of SlimFile.
And then the conversion and compression, Can it work simultaneously with this?
Yes, please. So on our website, we have the compress only, then convert and compress only,
Okay.
and also then convert only.
Wow.
Yes, so
Depending
you
on
can-
the option, what do you want?
You want. So you can choose to do anything, play around it, and you have your data or your document saved.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So the building process, you built it yourself.
Yes, please.
Yes. So can you, people, this is intriguing. People will be wondering, wow.
Okay,
How did
so,
this come about? Maybe you want to.
We started from Central University. We are Central University students, level 200 students. So Isaac Abekam brought up the idea, in which he found I and other colleagues brought up the idea to us, and we asked ourselves this question: how can we build this and make it work? So everything happened just with an idea. I quite remember 8 months ago,
Yeah.
when this was just an idea and we just had 5 users, which was the same people who built it. But now we have multiple users from different countries.
So it's not even a year.
It's not even up to a year. It's just less than 10 months, please.
This is inspiring.
Yes.
And what people can get out of this is the fact that we don't toy with little ideas that come up in our minds.
Yes,
we don't, treat them with a pinch of salt. Anything that comes probably must be noted down
Yes, please.
and then developed. So your story is quite inspiring there, Joel.
Yes, please.
Isaac, let's also look at how much, if a SlimFile reduces the size into, how much can it reduce a file size on average?
Yeah, so averagely, SlimFile reduces up to 95%.
95% of
Yes.
it. Okay.
And it's quite interesting that the algorithm is content aware. When I say content aware, the algorithm is able to detect the content of each particular file and know which type of compression the algorithm is supposed to apply for that particular file, which is a bit technical.
Yeah.
But that's how
You want to
we
break it
able
up a
to-
little bit?
Yes, so there are metadata, something called metadata in any file that make up their file. And then you may ask yourself, why will someone have a PDF of, let's say, 20 megabytes and another person will have the same PDF with maybe 35 megabytes, maybe the same content, but there are other things that makes up the file. So the algorithm is able to scrape through all of them and then remove unwanted parts of it, which is mathematically not seen. Mathematically not seen as quality loss. And then also to the human eye, it's not seen as quality loss. That's how come the algorithm is able to, achieve this percentage.
I see. And let's look at how it also relates to the internet itself. In terms of speed, you mentioned earlier on that it helps, it has a certain speed it works with,
Yes.
and it's quite reliable.
Yeah.
Can we revisit that a bit? The connection with the internet, how it works.
Yeah, so immediately you log on to the app, you would need internet access to log on to the app.
Yeah.
And you will need internet connection to do your compression. But SlimFile can work at a slower network, such that the algorithm is designed to adapt, because we know that there are aspects, or there are some places, especially in Ghana here, that the network is not really strong.
Yeah.
So the algorithm is designed such that whenever there is some minimal amount of network, it will still be able to compress it. And then we are also working on going fully offline. Going fully offline, such that even when the user is not having access to internet, they will still be able to do their compression.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
That's going to be in our next update.
Good. And how soon? We can't wait. Okay. But let's look at the process of building this.
Yeah.
Was it that easy? What were the challenges?
Yeah, it was actually very, very challenging. And I think it was also because of our research that made us actually complete it in time. Actually, the research really took time more than the development phase, because we believe that the planning is the actual work. So when we planned doing research, knowing what to add to what, knowing which frameworks to use and all that, but we already had the idea of how we can write our algorithms, because there are other free open source algorithms there, or open source file compression libraries there that we could have combined. But we thought of it this way, okay, we don't want SlimFile to be open source. We want SlimFile to be closed, such that no one will have access to our code base. So we had to sit down and think of how we can write our own mathematical logic that will be able to compress it. That's how come we achieve this percentage. And it's not that all the traditional ones that already exist, they're able to actually achieve this. There are bigger platforms that during our testing phase, the first reduction that we had was 80%. That was our first testing phase, and then we were able to move it up to 95. Some files even get up to 99%, but on average, it's 95%. So there were a lot of challenges. I mean, regarding sometimes you have to go and fix some bugs. It was a lot of challenges.
But it's all exciting.
Yes,
and then it urges you to do more.
Yes, we believe that as you are progressing and you are making mistakes, we also see it as a form of progress. Because if, let's say, you are solving A and B, and A is working and B is not working, that means you've made quite progress. And sometimes this environment, or let me say the development ecosystem, everything is linked, such that if maybe A doesn't work, it might affect the whole system. So we have to find our ways of, trying to make things work out.
Okay. Back to you, Joel, marketing. How's it going? I know this is part of it, but
Yes.
how's it going? And also, people wonder how lucrative it is to you guys. Because it's a venture that must bring something, right?
Yes.
Must rake in some bacon.
So this project means a lot to us, and as much as we are concerned, the marketing aspect, we've not had any ads run on our website. We did the marketing locally. What am I saying? We moved from door to door, student to student, making calls, calling people to try it out. It got to a point where we thought this is not going to get anywhere because we weren't getting the type of response
You needed,
we needed.
expected. Yeah.
We have our social media handles also there, which wasn't growing, but by God's grace, things are moving well. And this is also part, we are very, very glad to be on this platform as well. And it's also going to help us with the exposure we need. And to talk about how everything started with the marketing and users, and where we are channeling our energy into, we are seeing that in the next 2 to 4 years,
Yeah.
we would be able to generate a little income from our website. Where are we putting this energy into? We have our new update, which is a video compression,
Okay.
which we are trying to make that as much as possible to get little incomes from it. Yes, but for now, we are not fully focused on income. We are focused on the value we bring to the table. That's what we are focused on
Real
now.
value. You want to chip in.
Yeah, we believe that it's not literally how much you earn, it's literally how much you are worth. So obviously we used to have these challenges where maybe we are not able to market the product. To add up with what my colleague is saying, trying to market it out, most of the times social media and stuff. Sometimes you generate a lot of impressions, but fewer likes. You might generate about 12,000 impressions and you have about 100 likes. That means people are actually watching, but maybe it's not converting or it's not relevant to them. So we had to, channel our marketing to an aspect where we believe that it's relevant. So most of our marketing were being done on LinkedIn because
I know some have said that the reactions and responses that we sometimes expect on social media could be misleading.
Yes.
You'd say, oh, you don't have enough likes, you don't have
Yes.
enough likes, so you think probably it's not working. It could be working even without those number of likes. What do you think of?
Yeah, I believe in the impressions because myself, it's not anything that I see that I like, but I've seen it. So if next time maybe I'm interested in it, then I know that, oh, okay, so I saw this one somewhere, so I can refer to it, so I can go back to it and use it. So we believe in impressions more than the likes.
Okay. So let's also probably look at the long-term vision is very important. I'm excited. You didn't cave in. You didn't throw in the towel in spite of all the challenges. You said at a point you felt like giving up,
Yeah.
which is quite natural with some of these things. So the way forward, the vision, for Africa and beyond.
Yeah. So our main vision is to build a fiscal company, and actually Ghana's first ever file compression and conversion company. And then we are building a whole pipeline of file compression, file conversion, file editor. I mean, everything in one pipeline.
Yeah.
File optimization, everything. Video compression, audio compression. We want to build a strong pipeline for actually file optimization,
Okay.
which there are a lot of things that come to play. So we have a solid roadmap that ranges from between 2 years. So we believe that from the progress we've made so far, what's left is for us to scale up. And then there's actually been a lot of developments and they are still ongoing. So our long-term goal is to build our physical company, get all corporate organizations using SlimFile in their portals, get all Ghanaian universities and beyond. Most of the times, students complain a lot about portals. They are not able to log in, they've been logged out, they are running here and there. Especially, I think we even have similar issue on campus. Sometimes you are trying to log in and it's not working, and so it's all because of huge files in the system. So if SlimFile is able to can be integrated into these systems to streamline the flow, then yeah, it's actually working.
It's working.
So
Yeah.
maybe you may ask, how is SlimFile going to be integrated in maybe another school's portal or another platform or any organization's portal? Yes, the technical aspect of it is that we've also built what we call an API key system, where we can give the key. It's a random key that will be generated. So if you get that key and the developer from that institution or that school, there will be a documentation for the developer to follow and integrate SlimFile into all these portals. And whenever any file comes in, that file size will be reduced and to streamline the whole flow.
Wonderful. And in reducing it, it helps save electricity
Yes,
as
yes,
well, right?
yes,
So
yes,
consider,
yes.
So
Yes.
it helps saves electricity, data, and cost. Because a lot of universities deal with bandwidth. So this helps with every aspect of being data saving, cost, and bandwidth. So that's one thing about SlimFile.
Okay.
And that's what also makes it unique and different.
Absolutely, from the rest.
Yeah.
So finally, to wrap up, let's look at how sustainable and eco-friendly, its digital usage is.
Yes, so you just spoke about electricity. Yes, so SlimFile is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. For example, I want to make a scenario. Let's say you have two users, user A and user B. Both of them are using the same smartphones, and for these smartphones, both of them are having the same battery levels, let's say 90%, and one user is sending, let's say, 100 megabytes file. Another user is sending, yes, both of them are sending the same 100 megabytes, right? And the other user compresses it to, let's say, 10 megabytes. So now it's 10 against 100.
Okay.
Obviously, the 10 is going to be sent faster. And now it will reduce the pressure on the phone's battery.
Okay.
By reducing the pressure, it will take longer time before the battery goes low.
Wow.
The person who is actually using the 100 megabytes to send, it will take a longer time, putting pressure on the battery, letting the phone go low. And this is not like just one instance. There are lots of people and lots of activities happening. So it's like it will come in huge numbers. And then from the data that will be saved from these things has its own equivalence in kilowatt hour. Since we are talking about electricity. So even at home, I intentionally do tests. Maybe certain months, I believe that, okay, any file that I'll send in this particular month, I'll have to make sure that I'll compress it.
Okay.
And then against another month that I will decide to be like, okay, I'm not compressing any file. And between these 2 months, I realized that the same amount of light that is being bought, one is takes longer than the other. So making the scenario might make it seem like maybe it's just a scenario, but then it comes in huge numbers, which really contributes a lot.
All right. Very great way to end the conversation. Sustenance is key, and eco-friendliness is also good there. Thank you so much for coming on, Isaac Abaka, CEO and founder of SlimFile, and also Joel Eli Chawagbe, the marketing head. Thank you, gentlemen. I wish you all the best in this endeavor. But you take over the whole world.
Thank you. Thank you. And we are looking forward to that as well.
Absolutely, it's going to happen. Still on the GTV Breakfast Show. More to come ahead. Don't forget, Stella Seal will join us on the show. And Jay will also be in headlines with other topical issues. Maltiti is also coming up with some sports. Stay on.
Oh, Chafela, what you would see, Jenny be fair, what she underground, what you could take, what you be.